Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Straighten Your Crown Tarot. I think I've had another couple of days off and I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. A few days on antibiotics and I'm starting to come out of my funk. Right, this reading, and the request came to me. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a minute. The request came to me via email. And it was an anonymous request, and I don't think it would be fair for me to share the email name, so I'm not going to. This person wants me to have a look at the most recent, shall we say, initiative of the government to do with immigration and granting citizenship. Now, the only thing I can gather from that question is the latest things that I know of. So I can only go on what I know of. I might have missed something because I have been quite poorly. So if I've missed something, you can let me know and I'll delve into it. The government has decided two things. They're going to relax the rules on who can become citizens, and it looks like they're going to be dishing out British citizenship, UK citizenship, shall I say, to many of the illegal immigrants that I've already come across, and that will also extend to anybody else that keeps coming. This is how I understand it. I might be completely wrong. The second thing that struck me as very odd, particularly in the light of the grooming gang scandal that is ongoing, it's still happening, is the government's insistence on no longer doing age tests for those young men who say that they are of school age. They're no longer going to do age tests on these people, which is very odd in the light of the fact that there are several, and I can think of one or two recent instances where young men have claimed to be of school age. They've been put into a school situation, and their behaviour towards the young girls, women in those classes, has been wholly sexually inappropriate. So it really does feel like this government absolutely hates its own people. I don't know whether they're just totally inept and they're getting their advice from someone who has an agenda, or whether they have an agenda themselves. But either way, it's really getting out of hand. So I've got Enchanted Map Oracle, which I'm going to begin with. I'm just going to pull one of those. And the tarot of today is the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radley Valentine. Thank you to all the people who have newly subscribed. It's just unfortunate that you've newly subscribed and I'm not doing my usual more or less daily readings. If you do have any suggestions for reading or requests for readings, please put them in the comments because I'm starting to run out of them now. I don't think there are many left now. So I'm at a loss as to what to read on. All the proceeds for my readings go to Bluebell Wood Children's Hospice in Sheffield. You can Google it. It's a real thing. Last month, we all, between us, with your engagement and my videos, we raised just over £298 for them. This month, when the payment comes in, the cut-off point is today. I believe that the total is just under £200, which is good going. It's really good going. So it depends on how much you engage with this channel, how much you engage with my videos, how long you watch for, how long you sit through me rambling on. But it all adds up and it all helps, and it might not be an enormous amount, but we're doing what we can do between us. Who'd have thought that making a silly tarot video and people watching and engaging and commenting and liking and sharing and subscribing would earn that kind of money. Who knows where we're going to be this time next year. Let's just hope that the channel continues to grow funds, because many hospices have lost government backing now, and I can see many of them shutting down, especially when the assisted dying bill comes in, because I think that's going to be something that's going to get, I'm feeling that's going to get pushed onto people whether they like it or not. So we have one, and we have Compass number 50. So let's have a read of Compass. Compass. You are entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. Oh, good, it's about time. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements cannot help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along your journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust, for your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. Right, so what do we take from that then? What we take from that then is that whatever is happening, let's not fear it. Let's not be frightened of it. Fear is a very, very low vibrational emotion, and it's just as contagious as joy and happiness and gratitude and love. And I suppose what we can take from this is that whatever is about to happen, there's a reason for it. My sneaky feeling is that the reason for this country going down the tubes pretty fast is there to wake people up. And the challenge for all of us collectively is for us to wake up and then to take action. The only action that we can take as individual, just normal individual people with no particular power, is to use your democratic right. So maybe, I don't know, just have faith. It's going to, I think we're going in the right direction. Although things do seem like it's just everything's going wrong, and every week that goes by there is another announcement for another set of idiotic, nonsensical policies that doesn't serve to help anybody who who pays into the system, has done all the life, the people who've lived here all the life, the people who's the the people who this land belongs to over generations. And it doesn't matter whether it's one generation or two generations or three generations. It's about mindset. If you're a British person and you have British ideals and ideologies, and you've got, you're into the British way of life, it will return, but it will be different. Nothing will ever stay the same. It never does. But I think what we've got to just hang on to is the fact that it cannot keep going down like this. And if it does, there will be a revolution. There will be major civil unrest if it doesn't stop. And maybe, I don't know, maybe we're due something like that. I'm not saying that we should be out there on the streets and doing stupid shit. What I'm saying is that, taking from the Tommy Robinson March yesterday, they were people that got off the backsides. They got the tickets, they went to London and they waved the flags, and it was all peaceful. And maybe we should just do a bit more of that. Maybe we need more numbers of people doing that. And then maybe the mainstream media can't lie about it and say that it was, unruly or whatever, like they have done. And blame it on the Tommy March rather than the far left march that was going off at the same time. We can see it. The thing is, it's a good thing because we can stop. We're all starting to see what the game is. So we have to take it from there. We can all see what the game is. So maybe this is going to end up being a positive reading then, because although the government has then had these 2 new decrees, if you like, we're no longer going to vet people who say the children, we're just going to let them go into the classroom. We're not going to test them for age, and we're not going to just allow everybody to become citizens without having to jump through any hoops. So I think that's just going to come to jump up and bite them, because there are people all over the world that come here through the right procedures. They pay their money, they have their higher paying jobs and all that, and they pay into the tax, and they're the people that they're actually aiming for. But if they're just going to make it easier, they're just going to end up with more Deliveroo drivers, more people just disappearing off into the black market work economy, if you like. So and that's just going to have it's going to be financial ruin for us. So what's happening with white? Right, so we've got the 8 of Wands. This feels really, really busy. This feels like an attack, actually. And I know that's not what the 8 of Wands is all about. The 8 of Wands is about really quick fire messages, traveling elsewhere. But this feels like there's just so much going off. It feels like this looks like rockets being fired at the moon to me, and explosions rather than fireworks. Maybe this is travel, and maybe this is the travel of people that we need here, traveling out of this country and getting out as fast as they can. I think whatever the government, why the government have decided to do what they've done. I think the catalyst is that even people with not much money, are just getting on planes and they're going. And I'm not saying they're doing it now. I'm saying I think this is what's going to happen. We're going to end up moving. So many British people are going to end up moving out of this country that it's not going to be British anymore. And it's very rapid. But there's loads of people are finding opportunities elsewhere outside of this country, and finding other ways of earning a living without it. It feels like alternative ways of making a living that sidesteps the tax system. I don't know what that means. And I know Keir Starmer's a Virgo. This is the King of Swords. This feels like, and it's like all these people are like, if you don't do something about it, we're leaving. I think people are alerting them to the fact that I know they've lost a lot of billionaires and millionaires, and I know that's continuing. So maybe it's got something to do with that. But it feels like this is Keir Starmer. He can't be asked. He's not bothered. It's like he's all these cries of do something or we're going. It's just falling on deaf ears, and I just don't know why. He's just not there. He's not. His heart's not in it. You see that like this king here, like Downing, don't give a shit. Like, oh well, I've got my throne. F you. That's what it feels like. Come on, give us something positive. So all right then. So all these policies that are geared at like bringing more and more people in, that are going to be a drain on our economy. It's going to cost us so much money that we're not going to be able to. Ordinary men and women are just not going to be able to keep up, and he's just not bothered. He's just not bothered. He's like he's taken his eye completely off the ball. It's like he's unaware. Yeah, it feels like he's not aware. I think he's got some bad advisors. Some really bad advice. They all have some bad advisors around him. Right, so take that one. We have the, what's this? Oh, Two of Pentacles, but it was upside down. So this is like juggling, keeping your plates up in the air, robbing Peter to pay Paul, trying to keep, when I've got an image of like trying to cook a large meal with lots of different components, and you're trying to get it all ready on time, and you're juggling plates sort of thing to get it all out on time, correctly cooked, and all that kind of thing. And it feels a little bit like, this can even be like this. It's about balance. So this could be, and it's material. So it's pentacles. So this could be balancing the books. It's in reverse. So it's almost like you can't be asked. Is actually so emotionally detached from this. It's ridiculous. Doesn't understand. Doesn't care. All these people are shouting in his ear, "Oh, you're doing the wrong thing. You're doing the wrong thing." This was what this feels like. And then it's like, and all the while, it's utter chaos. The finances are in chaos. Security is in chaos. Pentacles are about security, financial security, personal security, wealth, anything material. So it's like the whole country's sort of, you can't even keep the plates spinning anymore. All the plates have dropped. You've lost your meal's going to be out, 15 components supposed to be on a plate, and they're coming out one at a time because you've literally lost the plot. This man has lost the plot. And what's this one? 10 of water. So the 10 of cups is like, it's the 10 of cups is a good one, really. This is like happily ever after, like the end of a bad situation. So so it feels like we are coming to this is what we're experiencing now, but then we've got, look, it's nearly over. This is nearly over. It's we're coming to the end. All the worry, the stress, and it's coming to an end. So it's like, this is what's happening now, but it's coming to an end. And when things come to an end, it brings forth the opportunity for new beginnings. So it's coming to an end. All right, so we'll keep hold of that then. But what about the immigration? Is that coming to an end? Oh, it's not. It's not the 10 of water. It's the 10 of swords. I've just noticed the swords in the basket there. I never really understand what these mean. And here at the door are suitcases. So, oh my God, is that what I think it is? It's coming to an end because he can't hack it. He cannot hack it. He knows oh, please God. It's turned the country into complete chaos. Chaos is bankrupted with his choice of chancellor and her stupid decisions. And this person is going out the door. The suitcases are packed and ready. Something is afoot. Something is afoot. So that's them three. So come on then, he's out the door. When? Now would be preferable, please, if you don't mind. So, right, so, but see, this is also other people out the door. Well, like I said, people are leaving because of it. This could be both Kia and people with any sort of substance. I couldn't afford to leave because I don't own anything to sell to leave. But there are people who, maybe have got no mortgage or whatever, who could just pack up and leave and go somewhere. I don't know. I was looking on the internet yesterday at Bulgaria. You can buy a really decent house for about 80 grand. And it's sunny, nice and sunny. And I'll probably have some cold winters or whatever. Yeah. And you'd have to learn a completely different language. But, loads of land and no one bothering. You're in a little remote village somewhere. This is people leaving, trying to tell him that they're going to leave, and they've absolutely wrecked the country. So they are out the door. I think he is too. So people are out the door. So what's this new beginning? What's this new beginning? And what's this got to do with immigration? What has this got to do with immigration? Take that one first. Ego. 15. Oh, that's the devil. No, it's not. 15. What's 15? Yeah, it is. It's the devil. Now, if you look at that card, if you know the devil card in the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck, the deck that you'd be used to seeing, there are two lovers, and they are chained to the devil very loosely. And I always say when that comes up that they could always step out of those chains, but they are tied to those chains through addiction. And because this card is entitled ego, it could be the fact that it's the ego. It's the stubbornness and the ego and the not wanting to let go of the ideology that they've held close to their hearts for so many decades, that they don't want to let go of it. So they've almost trapped themselves in this idealistic version in their heads of what the UK could be if only they were in charge. And they've created chaos to the point where people are turning their back on the country. He's going to be out of the door. He's going. He's braving it out at the moment. He's clinging on for dear life. He's not going to go unless he's pushed. But I think it does feel like he's going to be released very soon. And I do know that, well, I don't know for sure, but I've heard on the radio that there's already some backroom deals being made as to who is going to be the next Prime Minister once they oust him out of office, because he has made some major mistakes and his background is going to be coming out at some point, all of it. And his position will be untenable by then. But yeah. See, this lady's blindfolded, interestingly, and someone who's not blindfolded is releasing her from her chains. So even though this person's out the door, they will remain blindfolded. So they'll remain blind to what's the word? They will stubbornly hang on to the ideology that they've clung to their entire life. So no matter, while ever Keir Starmer's got a hole in his arse, he will be a communist. That's, put it that way. What's this one? We have the magician. Right. So the magician is the master manifester. He is in command of all the elements, the cups, the pentacles, the swords, and the wands. And I say it every time. The magician can also be a trickster, but it's almost like there's this ending coming soon. He will be released from his position, and then it will be up to us to manifest, to put in place what kind of United Kingdom we want to see. Because I think we're going to be, I think we're going to start to be heard rather than ignored and just, just smoke blown up his arse for purposes only of the general election. I think parties have started to realise that they can't just go on We can't just go on reputation and power and position. They actually do need us, and it's for us to manifest that. Right, so what's this got to do with immigration? Is the illegal and high numbers of legal immigration going to fall? I did hear something earlier today that illegal immigration has risen quite a lot since Starmer got in. Page. So this is all pages are messengers. Okay, so this messenger in this writing here, it says enthusiastic, optimistic, creative, impatient. News of exciting opportunities. Allow your creativity to soar. Do things that fuel your passions. Finish what you start. Now, I wasn't getting that. What I'm getting that is the impatient. Impatient. Are we being impatient? This page is the page telling us we're being impatient over this immigration business. It feels like it does feel like the influence of, I'm feeling very strongly the influence of Donald Trump. I've just seen his dance in the thing. It's like he's dancing. He's coming in here. He's coming in quietly. It's very quiet. We're not going to hear it in the newspapers. We're not going to listen to it on the radio. We're not going to see it on the television. His influence and what he's doing in America is going to rub off. I think it'll rub off not just on us. It's going to rub off on us in Canada, in Australia, in New Zealand, in Europe. I think it's going to rub off. The blinkers are off. We know what they're doing now. We all know. Some of us prefer not to see it, but we all know. And then we've got the high priestess. So it isn't time for action yet. It's time to be quite reflective, introspective, and listen to your gut feelings. Because I think if you sit quiet enough, I think you'll realise that you actually, deep down, we all know that this will not continue. It will not continue. Because even if it goes so far down where we are attacked from within in this country, we have allies and who owe us big time, massively big time. Some of those allies are in the same position as us because of the ideology, and some aren't. And it's not for us to take action. It's for us to just sit and wait. Don't be afraid. It feels like it's just for us to sit and wait. Don't open your big gob. Maybe do some protesting or what have you. Awakening. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for others to catch up. This is the Hanged Man. What's in this card? I'm trying to see what's in this card. We've got an angel in the tree. This Hanged Man. Is that a key? A feather? Yeah, it's. We're waiting for others to catch up. We're waiting for other people to catch up. Reflect. Know on your soul what's happening. Don't be too impatient. sit, reflect, know what's happening. We're waiting for others to catch up, and they are going to catch up. And I think with that first card that came out, it's rapid. This is fast. And all this lot is going to happen really quickly. It's going to feel like nothing's going to happen. Nothing's happening at all. We're just going to go along the same vein. And I don't know how long it's going to be before this lot happens, but it's going to happen. But it feels like all of a sudden, bam, 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 things reverse. There's a massive reversal. He leaves. He's going to cling on to his ideology because he's got a massive ego. And we need to sit and wait for others to catch up, which they will be doing. I mean, some of these companies are going to have to catch up because even things like companies like Sky News, they're going to have to go digital because they've lost so much money because people don't give a shit. They don't trust them anymore. And because of that, they're losing money hand over fist. And if they go digital behind a paywall, then then they'll realise just how much people don't give a shit about them. They'll lose so much money because money talks. They will lose so much money that they will about turn. And when they start about turning, the country will about turn. Because the powerful people, the ones who hold the purse strings, they're the ones, when they start losing money, they will have no choice but to about face, and that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for them to realise their bottom line is getting smaller and smaller. And then we've got the three of wands. So this is like planning for longer term ventures. I don't know why we've got a ship in the sky. Longer term ventures, and we've got be patient again. So it's like this is not like this is it's almost like it's going to about face. He's going to go. When he goes, he's going to go because all these big corporations are going to go, you know what, enough's enough. UK aren't making any money. So right. And so we're going to have to, if we're going to make any money out of the UK, we're going to have to change our tactic. We're going to have to change what we say, what we make them say. And then there's a start for long-term planning. And there's a ship in the sky. And I think it's significant, and I don't know why. What's it saying, that banner? Opportunity. Are we shipping them back off home? I think we're going to start shipping them off back home. This is like it says opportunity in this banner. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like they came here on a boat. They're flying home. This is planned long term. So they will be going back in the boat. So what's the overall then? What's the energy of now? What's going to happen? We've got the Lovers. Recovery from an illness. Good health. This is about building your community. Keeping the people that you love close to you. Building bridges with those that you've lost touch with. Sticking together. And that is going to be one of the major building blocks for this long-term planning for the future, getting the UK back on track. So in the meantime, all these people who are coming across are going to get citizenship. I doubt that's going to be for long. I'm right. I've just heard in my ear some of those who go home to visit friends and family will not be allowed to come back. And that will be one way of shipping them back home, letting them go back home and not allowing them back in. And that's what I'm feeling. So although it didn't really answer the question, I think I hope it allayed some fears that, yeah, we're in a bit of a tight spot at the moment, but it's not forever and we just need to be patient. And while we're being patient, waiting for other people to wake up and see what's really going on, we need to be building our communities. We need to be bringing people we've fallen out with back into the fold, and we need to start building relationships with people we know and love, because we're going to need each other more than ever. We're going to need friends and allies and not be quite so insular. Right, I'm off, and I'll speak to you soon for another episode of Straighten Your Crown Tarot. Ta-ra!